Hi guys, welcome to AndroGuider. So in this video we are going to do a review of the Slim 6 ROM. This is the 0.9 alpha build of Slim 6 ROM, and this ROM comes in with the August 5 2016 security patch 2. Uh, you can make out the build date from in here too, which is 14th of August, and this is an unofficial build too. And the stock kernel is at permissive by default. So first of all we have the interface settings. Under the status bar options we have got status bar icons. So from in here you can enable or disable any icon which you want to show or hide in the status bar. So just very quickly, if you want to disable the Wi-Fi icon, you just need to check off this option and it will disappear. You check that back in and it will reappear. It's as simple as that. Then we have the clock and date settings. You can show or hide the clock and date using this master switch. And if you want to use a custom color, you can just check in the custom color option and then pick and choose any color which you want to from this really very nice color picker. And it also allows you to enter some custom hex color codes too. I think that the design of the color picker needs to be, it needs to be it needs to be worked up on a bit, because you can't see that you can't see the hex color code. But just a temporary fix. You can just select the text and then you would be able to see that. Anyways, next up we have you can configure the position of the clock, right, center or left. Then we have various AM/PM styles too. By default AM/PM is not shown, but still we have got a couple of font sizes to choose from. This is the small one and this is the normal one. Similarly with the date, we have the same font sizes. Then you have got various date styles. Currently I am running on the uppercase one. The date is in the form of the day, which is present to the left of time. We have got a couple of date formats which I would be just be covering up in a few moments. So currently this is the uppercase one, this is the lowercase one, and this is the normal one. So anyone which you want to pick, you can do that. Then you can configure the position of the date, left of time or right of time, date formats. So that's what I was talking about. Currently this one is enabled, so you're only seeing the day, and these are the options you can choose from. Then sorry, we have the battery icon settings: portrait, landscape, circle, dotted circle, text or hidden. Another thing, this ROM brings in this ROM, first of all, this ROM has the dotted circle option, an option which is absent from most of the ROMs these days. I don't know, but earlier many lollipop based ROMs used to have that, and also in the starting of Android Marshmallow, this dotted circle feature was present in there, but for some reason, I don't know, the developers have dropped dotted circle from most of the ROMs. Even in Resurrection remakes, AICP, you won't be coming across dotted circle. So kudos to the developers of Slim 6. They have enabled this feature, so thank you very much. And then you can even show or hide the battery percentage. You can show the battery percentage inside the icon or next to the icon. And another thing which I want to tell you is that the battery animation has changed from the last time I reviewed Slim 6. That was the first alpha build 0.1. That was a couple of months back, and since then the ROM has proliferated a lot, and in term, not just in number of not just in terms of number of features, but also in terms of number of builds and user base. Everything has grown for Slim 6, and it's really very nice to see that it has got a great reception from the Android community. So currently, as you can see, that there is a new battery animation which we have. The charging animation icon, which you are seeing in the center of the circle, of the dotted circle, it is appearing and then disappearing. It reappears and then disappears. I will show you the portrait icon. Maybe you would be able to make that out better then. So what we used to have, what you might have come across is that battery bar actually filling up to the top, when your device is charging. But in this ROM, that again, that charging icon, it appears and then disappears. So they have included a completely different charging animation in. So that's all what it is all about. Then we have the recent app settings, and obviously this ROM has slim recents too, and you also have an option to check that off. If you check that off, you would be getting back to the stock Android Marshmallow recents panel. Again, slim recents are also covered this up in the last review and in my blog post of this ROM 2, that Slim ROM has given us a lot of features which have been used by other ROMs such as Slim Pi, Slim Recents, all that stuff. In fact, these features are a must-have feature in other ROMs. So Slim ROM has given us a lot. So we'll just get into the settings which Slim Recents offer. Only show running apps. You can configure the maximum allowed apps which can be which can be shown in this translucent panel. Then we have the expanded mode, auto, always, or never. Then if you want to show the Slim Recents on the left edge, you can configure that, and then they will pop up from the left edge. Show the topmost task, you can configure the size of the size of the uh, okay let's say I open the messaging app, and so uh, let me just get back to settings. I think that I had disabled this. Yeah, so you can even configure that auto, always, or never. This the never one, and always. Sorry, I'm just clicking that, tapping on and off the left edge, so the recents are popping alternative from the left and the right edge. That's not the case though. And the auto one, it will automatically toggle on and off. Again, if you just quickly want to have a look, it will just quickly toggle on and off between this textile recents and that window. So that's what the auto feature is all about. Anyways, so what I was telling you is that if you want to configure the size, the size of this window can be configured using the size option. Then you can configure the panel background color along with its opacity. Similarly, the card background color and the card text color can be configured too. So a lot of settings in here. And then we have the quick setting tiles. So these are the quick setting tiles which we have by default, and these are the ones which you can add on. And then if you want to go back to the stock layout, you can use the reset button, and you can also configure the number of tiles, 3, 4, or 5. Then we have the navigation settings. So under the navigation bar settings, you can enable or disable the navigation bar entirely. Then we have the buttons. So one of the best features which we have in here is that you can configure the double tap, long press action of each of the three navigation buttons which we have by default. I will just add a button and then show it to you. So say if we do it for torch, and they have also set a custom icon for all the for if you choose for any of these custom actions, you will get a separate icon for each one of them. So say if I just select it for the kill app, you will be getting a separate icon for each one of them. And so say if you just want to hide any icon away, any icon, if you want to, any navigation bar button which you hide from the navigation bar, if you just want to remove it, what all you need to do is just swipe it away, and there you see it disappears. It's as simple as that. And if you want to configure the long press action and the double tap actions, all you need to do is just configure the long press action, tap on that, tap on the navigation bar button whose action you want to configure, tap on it for a long time, then you can configure the long press action. And this is the list of the actions which we can choose from. So a lot of options in here. And then if you want to configure the double tap action, in fact this is the single tap action, and if you want to configure the double tap action, you just need to tap on the navigation bar button twice. It's as simple as that. And then again we have all these options, and in fact you can open any custom app too. And if you want to change the order of the navigation bar buttons, you just need to press on this switch, or whatever you may call that as. Press on this, tap on this, and I guess, yeah, sorry, okay, we'll just quickly add another icon, so screen off. And yeah, okay, so you have to select on this green region, and just long press it, and then from the sides, from the edge of your screen, and then you can just wherever you want to drop it, that icon would be placed in that order then. So it's as simple as that. I'll just go back to the reset, to the stock layout, and just in case you want to refer to the you want to get in any help, you can refer to that help and feedback menu. Then we have the button styles, button color, color mode, color, all the icons, system icons, system and the custom icons, and disable. So the slim ROM, again, I haven't seen this great compatibility of this stuff in any ROM. In fact, Cyanide also had a navigation bar button style layout of this kind, but the button style configurations, the button color, and how the color should be applied to the system icons and or to both the system and the custom icons, I haven't seen this compatibility. So this is another slim 6 exclusive feature. So kudos to the developers again. They have done a great stuff in making this ROM. And then you can also colorize the button glow color, just in case you're wondering. This is the button glow color. Then you can configure the dimensions of the navigation bar, height and width. Menu visibility, always show, never show, or show on request. That three-sided three-dotted menu which pops up in your navigation bar certain times, that's what we are talking about. Or just if you want to have a quick look about what I am talking about, I'll just head to the dialer. This the three navigation bar button I am talking about, similar to that. That's the one which we are talking about. Just head back. That was menu visibility. You can configure that menu location, right, left, or both, and then show the navigation bar in the landscape on the bottom. Another feature which is not present in any ROM except Slim 6 and Cyanide. So this feature is present only in these two ROMs. Another Slim 6 exclusive feature. That's how I will put it. Display, we have got brightness level, adaptive brightness, theme. So currently they are using the experimental theme. Okay, so let's check it out. And this is the dark one. So again, in very few ROMs the theming is done entirely. I had covered up this in I guess in my review of the Chroma ROM. The dark theme applies to the whole system. In ROMs such as Resurrection Remakes, the dark theme won't be applied to the power menu, or in fact even these pop-up, even in the layout and the background of these pop-up boxes which we get, and they only apply it to the settings menu. That's all. But in here everything would be configured. Even I guess the notifications would be configured too. So they are ensuring that you get optimal experience even when you are using the dark theme in while you are browsing in low light. So again, a great feature. They have worked upon this feature properly, and they have ensured that they just don't miss any corner of the feature. They this feature, even when you are using any feature of Slim 6 ROM, you would be getting that proper optimal experience, which makes you actually use that feature more and more often, and makes you ultimately fall in love with this ROM. So that's what the Slim ROM developers have worked on. They have worked on sharpening really very small things, small stuff, and actually that the the great experience which we have in all these small optimizations, actually that nourishes up in building up the great experience which we have in using this ROM. Then you can configure the wallpaper, sleep timeout, press the power button twice to launch the camera. You can configure the LCD density too, but you can only select from preset value, some preset values which you get. Then font size, what happens when the device is rotated, wake up on charge, and cast. Sound and notification settings. Other sounds, we have the dial pad tone, screen locking sounds, charging sounds, touch sounds, and vibrate on touch. So that's all. apps, we will be covering that up soon. Again, as I have already mentioned, Slim 6 is a it is one of the most lightweight and fastest AOSP based ROMs which you will come across. So again, by default, most of the ROMs for my device, AOSP based or CM based, anyways, they cover up about 400 MBs, but Slim 6, it is only occupying the 232 MBs of the internal storage of my device. Again, it is a lightweight ROM. Location settings, just make sure that you toggle on and off that of the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth scanning features. In fact, they have toggle it off by default. This another thing which is common in all the ROMs these days. So this just saves up on your battery. Then we have the security settings. We do get privacy guard. So another thing which I guess it wasn't included in Slim's in the first alpha build. I don't think that I came across this feature, but anyways, privacy guard, this really very if used effectively, privacy guard can give you great battery backups too. Again, I will put down a link below in the description for the tutorial I did on how you can use privacy guard, as to combat malicious apps and at the same time use it as a battery saving tool. So just make sure that you watch that in case you want to know more how you can configure privacy guard for that aspect. Then advanced reboot is present in here too, disabled by default. Then you can hide it on the secure locks, show always. Unknown sources is checked off by default. So in case you plan to sideload any apps, make sure you turn that switch on. Developer options, they are not enabled by default, so just tap on the build number 7 times to do that. Root access, it is disabled by default, and if you want to enable it, need to go to the developer options for that. Then we have the multi-window mode just below the animation settings, and the kill app pack button is not present in. And to configure that, you need to configure the long press action in the navigation bar button. In here, go to navigation bar, go to buttons, and then just long press and choose the long press action as kill app. It's as simple as that. That's all what you need to do to enable kill app back button. Now going to the apps, we do get audio effects, and the browser is based it is the CM CyanogenMod 11 web browser. Again, it comes in with certain settings. If you quickly just want to have a look, head to settings directly, general settings. You can configure the home page, autofill forms, privacy and security settings, clear cache, history, security warnings, accept cookies, clear cookies data, location, remember passwords, I guess basic settings, accessibility, force enable zoom. Yeah, I just love this feature. This feature comes in pretty much handy on sites such as Facebook, which do not allow you to zoom into the site by default. Enable this feature, and then you will be also be enabled to zoom into any web page, even though the web page does not permit that. Then you can also adjust the text scaling, zoom on double tap, how much the device should zoom. 100%, you can configure that amount, and the minimum font size. Then we have the inverted screen rendering, black becomes white and vice versa. Just in case you want to work that out, you can enable that option. Advanced settings, you can choose the search engine, Google, Yahoo and Bing. Open new tabs in the background, enable JavaScript, enable plugins. Default zoom is medium. Auto fit pages block pop-ups, so we do have a pop-up blocker. Text encoding, reset to default settings. Then we have bandwidth management, so search result preloading, allow the browser to preload high confidence search results in the background. If you are using a high speed connection, or if you are on Wi-Fi, I would recommend you to enable this option. Web page preloading, again, if you want to get that fast web browsing experience, enable that. And load images, if you are on a slow connection, disable that, and then the images won't be loaded. Labs, quick control, slide the thumb from the left edge or the right edge to open the quick setting control tab. If you want to have a look at that, I'll show to you. And the full screen feature is pretty much basic. I will just be showing you this feature which we have. Okay, so you can see that everything has been disabled. You can't see that even the web address bar, that won't be visible. For that to happen, you can just use this uh, use these pipes, the use these settings, use this uh, what whatever you may call this as. These are these this accessible menu is based on pie controls, I suppose. And if you have used pie controls, I don't use pie controls that often, so uh, you know if you want to just long press on the edge, and then all of these options will pop up. Back, let's do it again. Okay, so these are the options which we get. You can press on back, it will take you to back page, and reload the page. You can do that. Actually I'm getting better and better uh, with. And then if you want to go forward, you can just tap on that again. So if you used to love pie controls, then you can have this feature in again. Then next up we have the bookmarks. If you want to bookmark this, then you can do that. And anyway, so a lot of stuff to play around with in here. Bookmark it, view your favorites, your history, everything. That's what I suppose this is all about. And then from in here you can share this web page, or tap on the search icon to use the find on page option. So a lot of stuff to play around with. Then next up we have do get calculator, calendar. The icon looks themed. In fact, they have even themed the icon as per the uh, as per the theme you are using. I'll just quickly show it to you. Currently, you can see that the calendar icon is of dark color. It has that dark tinge. And quickly I will just go back to the light theme, and yes, we should see some changes. No, maybe I was wrong. But in launchers such as Action Launcher, I have come across this feature. It actually themes the calendar icon as per the time of the day. So I find that pretty awesome. uh, Anyways, uh, then we have the stock Android Marshmallow camera, clock. uh, Nothing new in clock. It's contacts, development tools, you don't get any file manager in this ROM. I've just flashed the Cyanogen mod file manager on top of this ROM. Then we do have a decent gallery in. You can view the timeline, albums, anything which you want to. And slideshow, select items, refresh, anything which you want to do, you can do that. Or um, so that's all what we have for the apps. Wallpapers, okay, so these are the ones which we have. So a lot to choose from in here. And we do get face beam. So if you want to, this the only live wallpaper which we have in this ROM. And I mentioned that this is a really very lightweight ROM, so don't expect those many wallpapers. Then widgets, they have slim launcher shortcuts. Again, another thing which I would recommend you to enable, if you use Tasker. And in fact, the slim launcher shortcuts, these are for all apps. The overview mode, when it just launcher settings and the default home screen. So that's what it's all about. This the overview mode. And in the end we have the slim shortcuts. Let's see. So actually you can use anything from in here. So if you actually use Tasker, then this feature is definitely going to come in handy, the slim shortcuts feature. You can just automate any task and just tap on the from on the shortcut button you would create, and then it will automatically execute a task for you. So that makes stuff pretty easy. And I have mentioned this many a times. These are really very small things which nourish up the greater experience in the end. So you can configure that. That's all what we have in the widgets. We even have slim settings, so let's check that out too. You can choose any action in. So you want to do any custom action, you even get that feature. So how awesome is that? um, okay, so you can just configure that. So pretty cool stuff present in here. And the launch has pretty awesome settings to play around with too. Home screen settings, first of all, you can enable or disable the search bar. If you have the Google app in, then you can configure the grid size. I'll just quickly show that to you. I guess we'll just quickly pick and choose certain icons. Let's quickly just choose this one. So currently we are running on the 4x4 layout. And just this the 4 rows and 4 columns home screen grid size. And I'll just change this to say the columns to 5, and then just see what happens. And then you can just place one more icon in, because we had made that grid size to 4 by 5. So you can have one more icon in. If you similarly, if you want to increase the number of rows, you can increase the number of rows. Then you can configure the icon size too on the home screen. You can do that as well as in the app drawer. I'll just be covering that up again. You can configure the number of icons in the app drawer, in the dock. Again, let's see. Currently at the moment we have we have 5 icons in the app dock. This the launcher dock, which we what we call as dock. Then if you want to have, you can configure the icon size in here too. If you want to have 6, well, you can just place then down another icon. So that's all what it is all about. App drawer, similarly you can configure the vertical style and the paged view. Again, if you just want to check it out, this is the paged view. Again, I don't have that many number of apps to show you the page style layout, but this is what it is all about. Vertical one, quickly, if you just want to have a look, this is the vertical style layout. Yeah, anyways, you can even configure the portrait grid size. So I guess I might be able to show you the page style layout. The page style layout is pretty much similar to the Google Now launcher, which we had in Android Lollipop. So just in case. And you can also configure the icon size. Just quickly, if I can show to you. Okay, so let's see if this thing gives us more number of apps. Sorry, I should have decreased that. um, okay, so that should help us with the page layout. Okay, so this is the page layout which I wanted to show you. Similarly, you can do that with the vertical style layout too. Then we have the folders. Again, a lot of options. You can configure the background color, icon text color, preview color, and if you want to hide the folder name, you can just check in this option. Gestures, a lot to choose from. Swipe of left, middle, right. Similarly, we have the swipe down gestures, pinch, spread, and double tap. A lot to choose from. um, General settings, allow rotation, and you can then select a custom icon pack too. So guys, that's what all I think I have got for lastly, just one more feature which I wanted to cover up. uh, Storage and USB. You can't install any APKs directly from the stock file browser which we get in with the ROM. And additionally, they have also themed the file browser to a great extent. So I'm just talking about all these small things. They end up combining and giving you a really very great experience in the end. APKs, you just can't install any APK from in here. So that's the only complaint I have got from in this ROM. But otherwise, it's a really very great ROM to have in. And this was the automatic feature which I was telling you. It will automatically toggle between the between showing you the windows and the summary of the apps which are opened. So it's a great feature to have in. So I guess that's all what I have got for you guys in this video. So if you like this video, do hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to get a notification in whenever I upload my next video, then do hit the subscribe button too. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.